There are a number of sort of standalone moments that bring a smile. I mean, I think it was a strange year for tennis, but I think overall quite an excellent year. And on the men's side, you had two towering champions locked in this rivalry who've really distanced themselves from the field. And on the women's side, you've got four different major winners. We have Amanda Anisimova we haven't talked about. I mean, it's a really rich cast, not just of characters, but of storylines and cadences. And we've got the crazy, we've got the Bublik erratic, and we have other steady players who are under the radar who just get it done week in, week out. It's just, I feel like tennis, for all the gripes and all the sort of scheduling frustrations and all the cannibalizing behavior, big picture, I think this is still a pretty wonderful sport.
It's phenomenal. We rolled from Mount Everest to the continuation of Everest with these two, and Carlos and Jannik. I think we're lucky for it. When you look at who's driving the sport right now, all pretty good people.
Yeah.
All pretty responsible, right? Like, I was talking with someone, it was like, you remember back to the 90s where like people were in and out and like you had overbearing tennis parents dominating the headlines, and there was some weird stuff, right? There was, Venus and Serena and the incident in Indian Wells, and there was like a lot of really big macro type stuff with the big players, and it was polarizing. People were angry, and there were irresponsible takes, and there were all these things. We're looking at now, we have like Alcaraz and Sinner. Now I understand the suspension. I think what I think. I still don't believe that he would knowingly take someone for pretty much no benefit. I don't see why he would do that. I'll never know the answer fully. But I just generally feel like, anyways, it's just, we're in good hands. And it's hard to, I'm looking at the women's side, and we had like 3 very big redemption wins with people who were the top 3 in the world, which is a weird thing to have.
That's a good point. You could go 4 for 4 on that one.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Well, Maddie breaking through is like the most human story of the year, in my opinion, right? And her being so honest and amazing, and like I think you don't get a lot of wins. You get a lot of wins that are amazing but aren't fully tour supported, right? And I think that one was a win for everyone who's been involved with her. But then you get Coco and the criticism she gets all the time, right? And observations she gets all the time. And it's like, okay, I'm going to take all that all the time. I'm going to take the attention. I'm going to take the criticism. I'm going to win the French Open. It's unbelievable. Like that she's as old as she is. She's still so young. Her second slam. And it's just like a nonstop. And maybe it finally broke a little at the U.S. Open where she actually showed us something that it was like affecting her. But like what a human story that is. That's redemption. Iga coming off of, the announcement late last year, and she got completely fucking railroaded by her deal as well, and then coming back and winning Wimbledon after not playing well all year and being very emotional in some posts, and Sabalenka losing all the heartbreakers, and it's like, how do you have redemption stories with the people who are currently in the top 3 in the world?
They don't even need redeeming.
That's what I'm saying.
They did it anyway.
It was crazy. I think, just to kind of put a button on it, like, we can complain about stuff. We can want stuff to be better. We can have issues with certain players, or not, I don't mean players as in like actual players, but like the players inside of the business of tennis. And we can argue and want better and all this stuff. The product is so good. The personalities are so good. I generally think the way that things are being covered are good and will be even better. Right? I think, there's room for dumb podcasts now. I think the way that tennis is changing is generally really good. And I think 98% of tennis Earth, generally agrees and wants the same things for the sport. Now, obviously, there's an element of self-protection that everyone has, which maybe to get to the best version needs to be put on the side for some of those conversations. But generally speaking, like, tennis is having a moment. It's having just a massive moment. We are in such a great spot, and I think that's why I'm so precious about all of the details of the way the business works, of the way the media coverage works, of all this stuff, because there's such an opportunity for tennis right now. Best athletes in the world. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Miss me with any rebuttal. JW, what do you think?
No rebuttal. Well said. And good Good year. Pleasure working with you guys. As long as we're all chatting here, I think it was a really fun year for the Served Enterprise as well. And let's it's funny. We talk sometimes about make us miss it, right? Like part of this longer off season is I miss tennis. I'm ready for Australia.
Yeah, it's been a whole solid 3 weeks.
I was gonna say it's been Tuesday. It's been 11 hours, but ready for 2026.
I can't even like lazily put on Tennis Channel right now. There's nothing going on, which is normally my default.
Can I do one more? I think this is a good but I do feel remiss if we didn't mention it as somebody's just been getting into it. But there's so many American stars that are so good, and it couldn't be at a better time, I think, for the growth of the sport in our market. I'd be remiss if we didn't get your take on where you think the growth of U.S. tennis is. Yeah,
I mean, I think there's what you see at like a macro level we have multiple people to choose from in the top 10. Like, unfortunately, in U.S. men's tennis, it's going to be slam one or this streak continues. Yeah, and that misses all nuance. Right. I remember one year and I love Stevie Johnson, but he was the highest ranked American seeded player at the US Open. He was ranked like 22 or 25 or something. And we're going to pretend like that's the same as it is right now with Taylor and Ben and, Tommy Paul missed half the year and was top 20. Right. And Francis and Lerner Tien. And I mean, there's volume. We have volume covered. We just need, and by the way, no one's breaking through against these two. It's not just us. Right. And then you go to the women's side and it's just, Maddie's just, what a human star. Coco taking all that pressure. Jess Pegula's it's just, we're in such a great spot. Anna Samova. Her story this year, we didn't even talk about her on this, which is like malpractice. Like, she's so great. There are so many great stories to be told. We come on every week and there might have been a week where it's like, hey, we got to figure out something to talk about. The script is written for us most weeks. Yeah. Now we have to research and we have to be responsible. I think we pride ourselves on, if we're going to get into a lawsuit, why we think it's dumb and actually detailing the points of it as opposed to not actually having a detailed opinion. But that's on us. But the script writes itself. We have the easiest job in the world. We come and report on excellence. And if it's not perfect, we talk about, all right, what adjustments need to be made, right? But this is the easiest job in the world because of the players and because of the people that support this sport. It's in a great place. American tennis is in a great place. Worldwide tennis is in a great place. Revenues have never been higher. Interest has never been higher in the slams and in these players. And it's just Looney Tunes. I think we all feel, speak for all of us here at Served. I know we feel so lucky to be the smallest part of tennis orbit. We know that you've loved the year that was. Thing about sports, it always gets better. Players are going to be better 20 years from now than they were 20 years ago. Yeah. Anyone who tells you differently is lying to you or themselves. Thank you for watching Served. We will be back through the holidays. We have some top 20 ATP shows with some honorable mentions. Same thing for the WTA, which will get you primed going into 2026. Have a great holiday season. Check in with us.